Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm John, old YouTuber. I just need to read the last one. This Mercedes-Benz OM617 engines. That's to this car, the Mercedes-Benz E-Class W114, 115. And after that I will read the W123 there. 1976 to 1986, but I think it's still a bit too old because I need that car. I could go travel, but I could have two cars in the future. I could have a small car not using much fuel, like I think it's a Fiat Punto 0.9 twinner, drive like 25 or 26 kilometers on a liter. I could have a small car not using much fuel. Then I could have an old Mercedes. I have in a garage somewhere. I pay $100 every month, so $150. But that's maybe not the first car I should buy. No, the first car I should get should works. That should be a car, because I live in Denmark, it's winter, it's very cold. And I'm a famous YouTuber, I cannot have the old Mercedes outside on the street. Somebody will come and destroy it in the night. No, if I have an old Mercedes I use on my video many millions of times, some will come and look for my car on like the parking, and they will damage the car in the night. Yes, but we have this list of Mercedes engines ready to go public. So let's do that. Good. They are public. Just need the last one, then upload this. So finish reading this. I just need the last one. Then I will read this one. But I need something to drink. Good, let's read it.
Mercedes-Benz OM617 engine. Mercedes-Benz OM617 engine 300 SD OM617.jpg. Overview: manufacturer Daimler-Benz, production 19741991, layout configuration straight 5, displacement 3.0 L, 2998 cc, 3.0 L, 3005 cc, cylinder bore 90.9 mm, 3.58 in, 91 mm, 3.58 in, piston stroke 92.4 mm, 3.64 in, block material cast iron, head material cast iron, Volvo chain driven SOC 10 valve, compression ratio 21.0:1, combustion turbocharger only on OM617.95x, fuel system indirect injection management Bosch M or MW pump, fuel type E-diesel, oil system wet sump, cooling system water cooled. The OM617 engine family is a straight 5 diesel automobile engine from Mercedes-Benz used in the 1970s and 1980s. It is a direct development from the straightforward OM616. It was sold in vehicles from 1974 to 1991. The OM617 is considered to be one of the most reliable engines ever produced, with engines often reaching over 1,000,000 km, 620,000 mi, without being rebuilt, and is one of the key reasons for Mercedes' popularity in North America in the 1980s, as it was powerful and reliable compared to other automotive diesels of the time. It is also very popular choice for the use of alternative fuels, mainly straight or waste vegetable oil and biodiesel, although the use of these fuels may cause engine damage over time if not processed properly before use. Contents: OM617 naturally aspirated, OM617 a turbocharged, OM617 by AMG. See also references. OM617 naturally aspirated. Essentially an OM616 with an extra cylinder, it debuted in 1974 with the W115 243.0D chassis. Bore and stroke was 91 mm, 92.4 mm, 3.58 in, 3.64 in. It weighs originally 80 PS. 59 kilowatts, 79 HP. Bosch MW inline injection pumps were used, which had flyweight governors and vacuum shutoff. Previous engines had used pneumatic governors and gorilla knob to start and shut off the engine. The North American engines had Davis equipped pumps which limited fuel at high altitudes to prevent smoking with less dense air. New engine blocks after the .910 had rear-mounted oil filter housings, with a combined full-flow and bypass filter element. In August 1978 the pre-combustion chamber was updated to be similar to the new OM617, a design for more swirl and more efficient combustion. The engine capacity was lowered to 3.0 L, 2,998 cc. To satisfy engine displacement AX laws in Europe by changing the bore to 90.9 mm. Output power output 8230 PS, 59,169 kW, 79,227 HP. Torque output 168,250 Nm, 124 pound-foot. Chronology successor OM602. 3.58 in. September 1979 saw a new camshaft with greater valve lift, let air and exhaust gases have less resistance. Power output rose to 88 PS, 65 kilowatts, 87 HP. Torque remained at 172 Nm, 127 pound-foot, at 2,400 rpm. 1. In November 1980 the MW-style injection pump was replaced with the M-type for non-North American engines. Engines were equipped with series wired loop-tip glow plugs up until 1980, when replaced by the much more reliable pencil-type plugs. These had been already used in the OM617 since 1978. Vehicles sold to the North American market had exhaust gas recirculation equipment fitted. OM617.910 canister style oil filter at bottom front of engine. Power output was 80 PS, 59 kilowatts, 79 HP, at 4,000 rpm, and torque was 172 Nm, 127 pound-foot, at 2,400 rpm. 2. Applications 1974-1976 240D 3.0/300D. OM617.912. This was introduced with the W123 series. Power originally was 80 PS.
Yes, that could be an engine. That engine is part of the next one. I think I have to write this down. I have have a list called My Car, but that's in Danish. Read list. Oh, I have it behind here. My Car, but that's in Danish. My Car. So let's write this engine down. Yes. Call yes, Mercedes-Benz OM617.912 W123 79 horsepower HP. $87 horsepower. $90.79. No, that's what I've got to read about. This engine should be very good, solid. This OM600 912. That should be that kind of engine there. And September is a little bit more powerful. From 79, from like 1980 on this engine. I don't know, but that could be possible. I need to write it down or I will forget it. Yes, let's continue. So that's not just the car body. I have to think about what engine I like to have inside, what engine I like to spend many $1,000s to try keep alive. Should be a good engine. Yes, resume.
59 kilowatts, 79 HP, at 4000 RPM torque 172 Nm, 127 pound-foot, at 2400 RPM. From September 1979, 80.
Yes, I did not see that. There was mentioned which model, 1977 300D, 300D long, 300 TD. I had to write that down. So that's the one, that's wrong paper. There was mentioned what car it is. I forgot to look at that because I start to get tired. Let's write it down. So that's a 300D 1977 to 85. Yes, I have a long version to 95, 85, 300D long, That would be a good one. Could be 300D long with this engine. Or they have 2 TD, that's turbo diesel I think, 1978 to 1985, 300 TD. Could be one of this one in the next generation, this long one. 300D from like in early 1980s or TD, I don't know, maybe. So let's put it away. So I'm just looking for when it's this W123, it should be a 300D. Then the engine should be this one, 670.912. But let's read, maybe there's a better engine. Then maybe some updates, maybe I'm wasting my time. Let's continue.
8 PS, 65 kilowatts, 87 HP, at 4,400 RPM, torque 172 Nm, 127 pound-foot, at 2,400 RPM. Applications 1977-1985 300D. 1977 to 1981 300D North American. 1977 to 1985 300D long. 1977 to 1981 300 CD North American. 1978 to 1985 300 TD. OM617.913. This was an adaptation of the .912 to the T1 chassis. It had a downward-facing oil filter housing. 1982-1988 209D/309D/409D. OM6.
Yes, I need to write this down too. That's another model, 1982 to 88 to 209D. I have to find out what that is. What car is that? So we have to look that. So let's write it down. Yes, Mercedes-Benz OM617.913. T1 chassis. (1982 to 88). 209D. 309D. 400. 09D. Yes, I just like to write this down, but then the video will be 2 parts. So I had to find out which car this fits. Oh, they have a turbocharged. Let's continue.
OM617.931 and OM617.932. This engine was adapted from the .912 to fit the G-Class. 3. Main difference being